Welcome to the history of the Pokémon trading card game. In this series, both myself, Celio's Network, and my co-host Chaotic Meatball will explore the game's expansive history, from incredibly skill-intensive to outright degenerate. To kick off Season 2, myself and Meatball will be playing Slowking vs. Slowking in the base set through Neo Genesis format. Allow me to explain why this will be an exciting episode. Slowking was mistranslated in English, and it essentially made the card beyond broken. Wizards of the Coast refused to issue a correction to this, and chaos ensued, making Slowking-focused decks overpowered for the base set through Neo format. We'll be using this list from Jason Klaczynski's blog, and we will be ignoring his words of wisdom regarding playing this format as if Slowking had an errata, since we want to provide you all with an accurate representation of every format from the history of the Pokemon trading card game. This deck's strategy will be to establish multiple Slowkings on the board, so we have a great chance of canceling our opponent's trainer cards with mind games. From there, Murkrow can trap a Pokemon in the active with its mean look attack, and then use Feint Attack to pick off benched Pokemon. Cleffa is a great starting Pokemon since it draws cards and it has the baby rule, which makes your opponent flip a coin to attack it, which, by the way, all of the baby Pokemon in this deck and in this format have that same baby rule. The deck has plenty of generally useful trainer cards like Professor's Oak and Computer Search, but it also has plenty of deck-specific trainers. A combination of Pokemon Flute and either Gust of Wind or Brock's Mankey's Taunt Attack can find your opponent's worst Pokemon out of the discard pile and get it up into the active for Murkrow to trap with Mean Look. Healing Field and Goldberry are great for keeping Murkrow alive in the active to Feint Attack for many turns. While Slowking is weak to itself and could make this mirror match a bit silly for that reason, Murkrow luckily has no weakness, so if we're both attacking with Murkrow, there will be no weakness applied. Pichu can be a very efficient attacker in some scenarios, but it does damage your own Pokemon with abilities as well as the opponent's. Lastly, for Pokemon, Sneasel is a very efficient and powerful attacker in this format, since Pokemon often have 100 HP or less, so Sneasel can actually take some one-hit knockouts with its beat-up attack. Okay, so here I have a less than desirable start, but anything can happen. We have plenty of live cards. We have...
Okay.
Oh, look at that, a live card.
Ah!
Okay, so we're gonna play,
Too many powerful cards!
Healing Field and Switch are gonna go to the bin, and I'm gonna grab Cleffa. I'm gonna drop Cleffa, and then Cleffa can have a Rainbow Energy, and we'll retreat and try to resolve Eek.
Imagine
Eek does resolve.
having free retreat.
Alright, so I at least have the energy removal. Thankfully, it's not a recycle energy, so I can get that off. I've got the Rainbow for Cleffa. I've got Healing Field, which I can go ahead and activate here to hopefully get that health off. Yep, there we go. We've got Murkrow, and I've got an a Computer Search, excuse me. And we'll go for Oak to just go +7 here.
Nice.
We've got that. That's pretty good. We can go Item Finder away, Recycle Energy Center for Search, Gust.
Using a lot of trainers.
We'll go ahead and grab
Well, you
Slowpoke,
can.
then we can Professor Oak here. Go ahead and drop Sneasel. I've almost completed the end board.
Yeah.
Like, the turn 1 end board of this deck, ideally, is Cleffa in the active using Eek, 1 Murkrow, 1 Sneasel, 3 Slowpoke. And luckily, I do have the last. So I can loop you, and then I can use Eek to regain my card advantage here.
Yeah, and now I'm out of energy, and Eek did work for you. Okay, so I'm going to evolve a Slowking, bench a Cleffa, use Healing Field, heads, and pass.
Gotcha, and we have double Slowking already.
Okay.
We'll got the Slowpoke.
Sure.
Yeah, this is just how it goes. Like, even whoever gets to it first kind of just wins.
Yeah, now here you went second.
Yeah, I
correct?
went
But
second,
you're
oddly enough.
Because of that turn, so the energy removal is really strong early.
Yeah.
Since you were able to get that off of my Cleffa and I couldn't eat.
Oh, wow. And the
now
fact
I'm just dead drawn.
I actually can't resolve Eek because despite it not really doing damage to you, it's affecting me as the player. It still it still does that to you, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, we have to flip for each other's Eeks. No matter what you're doing, no matter what attack you're doing.
Right.
Even if you're hitting a benched Pokemon, you still have to flip with Cleffa in the active.
We'll go ahead and try Eking again. And we did resolve this one, so that's good.
Beautiful. I'm going to try passing and it resolves.
Well, it's a good thing that passing resolves. Man, that's good. That's good. Okay, so this is rough. I think I'm what do I do here? Well, I do have free retreat, which is nice. So I can go into my Murkrow and start like doing some stuff.
For sure.
There's like, of course, the Cleffa is going to screw it up a little bit, but I feel like if I resolve these two cards in sequence, I kind of just win. So I'm going to go Computer Search, and it does get the tails, so we're going to pitch Cleffa Slowpoke, and we're going to go ahead and add Gust of Wind. We're going to go ahead and Gust, and thank goodness, we got the 25%. We're going to go ahead and Gust up this Slowking.
Oh, nice.
Here... we can start, because you have 3 retreat cost. I don't exactly feel bad about starting to feint attack off these Cleffas.
And not mean look right now, right?
Like, there's no reason to mean look.
Yeah.
I misplayed there, not healing field, not using healing fields on Murkrow, but that's okay.
It was one of your turns where there's actually going to be a lot of different actions, so makes sense that you forgot about the healing field.
We'll go ahead and just feint attack it off. Grab our first prize.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for a switch. Let's go!
Wow, he actually resolves it. I didn't find. I haven't found
the third,
this third Slowking yet. So that's.
We got the switch. That's actually so massive, and I get an Eek to 7.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
That's a really big comeback.
We're gonna go healing field. We got the heads. We'll go ahead and try to Gust of Wind again. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and feint attack the Cleffa.
Alrighty then. Okay.
Who knew that Prop 15.3 rules would have probably been the better way to play the game?
Let's see here. So that Cleffa is going down. You do only have 2 Slowkings. So... okay, let's go for super energy removal, and I get it.
Are you
okay? I'm getting very lucky here. So we're gonna take both off of the Murkrow, and then
it's a good thing I have free retreat.
If I'm gonna be lucky, let's just keep going for it. Item Finder. Okay, Item Finder doesn't work. It almost did. And then let's go for Computer Search, and that doesn't work. Okay, that sounds a little bit more realistic now. Do I want to try to attack with... no, Slowking's such a bad attacker.
Yeah, like, there's no chance that you even want to, because I'll just start attacking it, it'll die before you
and
get the
Murkrow has resistance, so I can never do damage to it unless I confuse you and you damage yourself, but you have free retreat, so you wouldn't do that. Okay, perfect. This is horrible, and I'll pass.
I do not have a play. This is rough. I am going to switch, hopefully. Nope, I can't. Well, that's,
No, you can retreat
for free. It's a good thing I can do that, so we'll go ahead.
There we go. And a little Eek action. Okay.
All right.
We're going to go for Computer Search again.
Okay.
Doesn't work, and it's back on top of my deck.
I just need you to hit 75% chances a couple more times. Thank you. Now it's 87.5%.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I am down to 18 cards in deck, and I still have 5 prizes, which is the problem. But thankfully, I have some energy now, so I'm going to start doing that, and we're going to go ahead and pass.
Okay.
You can tell when somebody doesn't Eek, it's a good hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have the Cleffa out in the active, you have the energy on the Cleffa, yet no eek with a hand of 6. Must like your hand.
Must like
so
the hand.
every turn I'm getting this computer search back, so we're going to try it again.
Thank you. You almost got it.
If you yeah.
If I didn't find that third Slowking, you had it.
Actually. The game chat's teasing me, because last time I got Tails heads, and this time it was Tails heads. So close. Maybe I should start attaching to something. We'll attach Special Dark to Merc and pass.
All right, we've got the second rainbow for Sneasel here. Let's see. All right, so we got free retreat on Cleffa. So I am going to go... Oh, never mind. Okay, that's just not going to resolve. That's cool. Love when my cards don't resolve.
Just use it next turn.
I don't feel like using it next turn. Instead, I'll Lass. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 0 trainers.
Well, I have 2. It's not like I needed them.
Okay. Yeah. You could just eke for more cards anyway.
We'll go ahead Healing Field. Thank you. Beat up. Dang, that's still...
Okay, beat up for 40.
Wow, imagine
okay.
only getting, 2 heads because you're so bad.
40 is... I mean, 40 for 20 from a basic is actually above average.
It is above
damage
average,
output.
but the fact that I could have one-shot it and been able to resolve my trainers, that would have been great.
But even, like, the big low roll that was, doing 40 is still very
Just
nice.
don't resolve super energy removal and I'm safe.
Computer search, no again. We'll go ahead and recycle energy here.
All right.
And, and TCG1 says that it's my turn, but it won't let me end my turn.
Press the blue refresh button on the left.
Okay, we're fine.
Okay. I love this platform. Okay. Beat up. Bye-bye.
Okay,
ooh, that's a good
was
card.
You got 1 more heads this time than last time. So we'll send out Cleffa.
Uh-oh.
And we'll use Healing Field.
Uh-oh.
And I'll attach to Cleffa.
Oh, no.
And I'll computer search and do nothing with it.
That's good.
And then I'll eek.
We'll computer search away Cleffa, so that we can grab ourselves a super energy removal. We'll super energy removal away your Murkrow, because no.
Yep.
And we'll beat up. And we'll get Tails, because I'm very bad at the game.
God. Wait, oh god, okay. I thought you flipped all Tails on the beat up. It's Tails on Cleffa. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
I just had to get the heads, and I had like a 66%
All right, this is
chance.
my chance.
Uh-oh.
This is my chance. We'll do Zap. I love damage spread.
Can I get a heads on a baby roll, please?
Baby roll is on my side.
Baby...
computer search.
A joke that I'm not allowed to make on this channel. I had so many of there, and I'm like, no, can't use that. No, can't use that.
Should... Okay, so with computer search, I could get like Oak. But actually, I don't want Oak. What... Okay, we'll go for the high rolls. I'll get
There's
Gust
no
of Wind.
shot.
It doesn't resolve.
No, the computer search resolved.
Oh yeah. I was deciding on my discards. It won't let you decide on discard if it doesn't.
Yeah,
resolve.
imagine you had to pay cost for a card and then just see if it negates. Oh, that would have been so bad. Please, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pichu gave it his best.
If only you were playing 2 of them.
And I have no Slowkings down.
I feel like your only way of winning this is to hope for more Tails and just, like, nightly garbage run back the Pichu.
Yeah, or hope that you don't have Switch in your hand. There it is. That's the card.
That's the card. Thank you.
Okay.
Goldberry.
Now Gust of Wind doesn't work.
Goldberry healing up one of those Slowkings back to full.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. I forgot that they worked on the bench.
Good sir, I will let you know that you should trigger Healing Field so that I have to get 2 heads instead of 1 if I resolve my beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like Healing Field has like only been heads.
I got tails once.
Okay.
Because of course I did. You know, that's how that works. Oh, we finally found an
Yeah.
energy. That's amazing. I mean, huh? I don't want to pitch any of these cards. Beat up. Can I please? I'm gonna get tails too many times, and I'm gonna deck out because the game doesn't like me.
If mirrors were like, if we were preparing for the mirror match, I think I'd play like 4 Pichu.
I would non-ironically like cut the Brock's Mankey to like 0, and then and then add a Pichu. I'd probably cut the regular energy removals, just keep super, and then go for like a third Pichu and a second Sneasel, and that would probably be it. You resolved computer search again.
But not the
You
garbage
never can
run.
resolve the actual card, though.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Well, thankfully,
Okay.
I should be able to wrap this
I'll just
up.
pass.
A little item finder. We'll pitch Healing Field Oak. I'm never using Oak again. We'll grab Super Energy Removal. Put down this Recycle Energy. And nice little interaction here is that pitching Recycle Energy off of your own Super Energy Removal returns it back to hand. So it's basically like a free thing. I am...
Okay. Nightly garbage run? 12% chance.
Well, no.
We don't get it. Okay.
I don't understand how you have managed to hit this many times. Like, I've managed to hit this many tails against this Cleffa. This Cleffa's just like...
So we're going to Oak back into the garbage run and try it again, but it doesn't work.
How do you keep resolving trainer cards?
And then I'm going to Gust of Wind, and that doesn't work. And then I'm going to Item Finder, and that doesn't work.
Good.
And then I'm going to bench Sneasel and attach... Oh, I can't. I already attached this turn. I'll pass.
Okay.
I just need you to keep flipping tails on beat up so I can do something here.
Yeah.
And you do! Okay, so
You do not realize the utter frustration that is inside of my heart right now.
Item Finder and it doesn't work. We'll attach to Sneasel and then we'll Eek.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Knockout.
Finally.
So both of these, yeah, they were just like, Sneasel and Murkrow, not good enough. Let's give them both free retreat and resistance
Just every card in this deck has free retreat with the exception of Slowpoke and Slowking.
Yeah.
And those are so much like the things you preserve that you still play Switch in this deck despite that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay,
this
so
has 10 on
if
it.
you can bench another Pokemon and get all 3 heads, you get a KO. That'd be great, right?
So let's energy removal. It doesn't work.
Okay. Good.
Oak and it doesn't work.
All right.
Item Finder and it doesn't
Barely
work.
doesn't work.
Gust of Wind and it doesn't work.
Ah.
Super energy removal and it doesn't work.
Oh.
And last and it doesn't work.
Dang.
Okay, so I'll use Fury Swipes.
That's like hitting Fire
Do
Blast
40.
for like ooh, Healing Field. Dang. Energy removal away. In case I do not flip 3 heads, I'm going to hit the Sneasel. But I did anyway.
Yep. All right.
Woo!
Well, GG, the good thing about playing a mirror match was no matter what, the viewers would get to see the deck work because one of us
One of us would pop
functioning
off.
deck.
Yeah, no, this was probably like the most prototypical game you would see out of this deck. The fact that Slowking was misprinted in just this utterly horrifying way to create this interaction, really ruined the format. You really would have thought that like there would have been at least a little bit more quality control than that. I I don't know how much WotC was looking into what the Japanese cards were doing, and I don't know. I don't know how you don't read that and not realize this shouldn't be like this. Even if you had to take it into your own hands and mistranslate it on purpose to make it just so that it worked in the active, I would have done that because I would have wanted the game to work properly. But that and the interaction between your free retreaters of Sneasel, Murkrow, Pichu, and Broxmankey. Broxmankey is probably the worst card in the deck, but Sneasel being able to...
Yeah, it's just there to guarantee that gust in case you can't gust of one.
Right. But Sneasel being able to hit for a maximum of 120 at this era is absolutely terrifying. Like, this could have one-shot
EX. That's before extra dark energy, too.
Yeah.
Like, you could realistically get it all the way up to 140,
Yeah,
right?
because dark energy does the 10 more damage to the defending Pokemon, so you could potentially do that if you're paying the cost with double dark. But Slowking having 80 HP, you flip 3 heads with 2 darkness, you already are just one-shotting those. And it also resists it. It resists all psychic types, so there's not really too many good psychic types at this moment in time, but further on, once we see stuff like Espeon come into the format and Neo Discovery, this card just kind of starts blowing through the roof, and there's a reason this card ended up hitting the banned section of Pokemon. The mythical banned section you don't really see too often, but this...
Yeah, it was the first banned in modified format.
Yeah, it's toxic. I would suggest if people want to play this era that you play with the original Japanese Slowking. If you're gonna even play with it at all, you could just Gentleman's out of this card, and it would be a much more fun format. There's so many different cool cards in this set, like Fire Recharge Fire Recharge Typhlosion that attaches 3 from discard. There's the Meganium that also attaches extra grass energy. There's so many different things, but it just all got overshadowed because of this card's mistranslation.
Yeah, this was just a very generally toxic card. It wasn't like for one type of deck or one type of Pokemon even, or strategy. It was just this card will beat everything. You did get to see some of the counterplay I tried with the Pichu's Zap that does 20 to each Pokemon in play that has a power, which if I can get that off 4 times, it would knock out all of my opponent's Slowkings, granted that they're not able to heal them or anything. Which also probably would have happened because you did have that Goldberry in your hand, so you could heal at least one, if not more, with maybe a Pokemon Center or something. So I think Pichu was one of the best counterplays to this deck, as well as Magby, which shut off all powers until the end of your next turn.
Yep.
But you wouldn't really play Magby in the Slowking deck. And if everybody's playing Slowking, you were going to hit mirrors back then. So this is roughly what it would have looked like if you were playing the best deck and you hit somebody else playing the best deck.
Yeah, that's basically it. And one card we haven't touched on was Cleffa. Now, I don't want to take any more of people's time. There is an extra video that I did on Cleffa here on Beastcoast that will likely be in the description, or I'll put it in the comment section and they'll pin it. Just, I gave like a pretty good overview of how well this card does, because being able to just shuffle your hand and draw 7 for free is insane.
And baby rule.
The baby rule too. There's another thing that I almost forgot to mention with the Pichu. Once Focus Band comes out, that basically means you have 2 baby rules on your Pokemon at the same time, because they have to flip for the baby rule, then they have to flip for Choice Band and see if they're able to KO you. And being able to resist KOs 75% of the time, and being able to potentially get off that sap 4 times in a row is actually potentially possible, because it's relatively hard to hit 25% back like over and over again. So
right, the good news is that once you do hit the heads, you're probably knocking them out since they only have 30 HP.
Yeah,
but still, it's very annoying and very it creates a not fun environment. So like Meatball was saying, if you want to play this retro format, play it either without Slowking or with Slowking errated, because we're not exactly playing here to have fun. When we get done with this video, we're not going to sit here and play this mirror match for fun, you know, in our leisurely time. So this was more to give you guys an accurate representation of what the format looked like. But like Meatball was saying, I'm sure Neo Genesis format is quite fun with all the different cool old cards if you just forget about Slowking.
Yep, and that's basically the thing. Because this was base Neo format, once we have our first rotation into the 2001-2002 modified format, we're going to be seeing cards from base, set, jungle, and fossil rotate out of the format for the first time. And we'll have Team Rocket Onward, which sure was still going to have toxic cards like Rocket Sneak Attack, the Rocket's Trap, Imposter Oak's Revenge, but, you know, we don't have to deal with Oak into set all of these different mons down, or Gust of Wind being able to just disrupt a baby rules. It definitely cuts a lot of the toxicity out of the format. But Slowking was still played in the modified format, but we will get that into those decks in later episodes of the season. If you guys enjoyed...
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to say one more thing?
Yeah, I also forgot that I did a separate video here on Beastcoast for Slowking.
Yep.
So when you're done watching Meatball's Cleffa video, you can watch my Slowking video either in the description or comments or something. It'll be down there.
Yeah, that video also gives a pretty good insight into why people did not like this format. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Beastcoast Pokemon, like the video, comment down below what your least favorite card out of this deck is, because I'm sure there's about 15 different options. We will see y'all next time.
It's unique in that way.